There I was, randomly scrolling through Netflix on a dark and stormy night. By now, Netflix has figured out that I am over its original content. The shows and movies just haven't been doing it for me. These days, it mostly recommends action classics, recent movies, or shows I've already watched, like Altered Carbon, the last series I truly fell in love with. Then I saw it, The Wolfman from 2010, starring Benicio Del Toro. What I remembered about this movie was seeing the trailer sometime in 2008 or 2009, followed by a long delay before its release. Red flag. Plus, this was during the rise of the comic book film, like Iron Man from 2008 and The Dark Knight, also from 2008, which were dominating the box office. The film's budget ballooned from an initial $85 million to $135 million. Another red flag. When I saw the trailer for The Wolfman, I mostly wrote it off as another bad movie that would waste my time and precious money. I wasn't alone. The movie wasn't generating good buzz, especially after a director swap from a relative unknown Mark Romanek to industry pro Joe Johnston just 8 weeks before shooting began. Another blow was when fans learned that CGI would be used instead of practical effects. At the time, CGI was on the rise, making films like Iron Man possible. But when CGI was done poorly, fans were very vocal about it. Oversaturation was a real issue, with bad CGI running rampant in movies like Star Wars Attack of the Clones from 2002 and Van Helsing from 2004, the latter of which may have poisoned the well for The Wolfman, given its similar themes of werewolves and vampires. But I digress. The movie bombed. Upon its release, it was considered one of the biggest box office failures of its time. Critics and audiences were harsh. Fast forward to 24, and I was in the mood for a werewolf movie. I thought, why not? Why not give this garbage a shot? So I did, and what I got surprised me. The cinematography was great. The sets were fantastic. Benicio del Toro did a fine job as Lawrence Talbot, the protagonist and titular Wolfman. When his brother mysteriously disappears, his brother's wife, Gwen Conliffe, played by the amazing Emily Blunt, asks him to return to England to help find him. The story unfolds from there, without the corny or ham-fisted writing I expected. Anthony Hopkins plays Talbot's father, Sir John Talbot, and when he's on screen, he chews the scenery with gusto, clearly enjoying his performance. Hugo Weaving also stars as Inspector Francis Albaline, investigating the unusual events, and, as always, he's fantastic as well. As the movie progressed, I was impressed. I came for a werewolf movie, and I got one. The werewolf transformations were intense. The attacks were brutal and surprising, and the blood and guts were plentiful. Then came the climax, a wild, over-the-top battle that could put a WWE wrestling match to shame. It's a wild ride, and I found myself wondering, why did people hate this movie again? Looking back, it makes sense why the movie doesn't suck. Joe Johnston is a talented director, having given us Honey, I Shrunk the Kids from 1989, The Rocketeer from 1991, Jumanji from 1995, and Captain America the First Avenger from 2011. Even Jurassic Park 3, arguably the weakest of the series, wasn't bad, and he directed that as well. Hugo Weaving must have agreed. He came back to work with Johnston in Captain America, where he delivered a fantastic performance as the Red Skull. With $135 million to work with, Johnston didn't squander it. It's impressive, especially when you consider he only had 8 weeks to take over from Romanek. That's the kind of tight timeline you'd expect from a smaller production, not a major Hollywood film. Aside from Johnston's solid direction and a talented cast, the cherry on top is the legendary Rick Baker. He's responsible for makeup and special effects in films like King Kong from 1976, The Howling from 1981, An American Werewolf in London from 1981, and Men in Black from 1997. Two of those films are top-tier werewolf movies, and An American Werewolf in London even won the first Academy Award for Best Makeup. They basically were forced to make that category for Rick Baker. Baker won his second Oscar for The Wolfman. That's right. This box office bomb is an Oscar winner for its makeup. It's a testament to the film that it's hard to tell where this controversial CGI ends and Baker's makeup begins. The effects are a far cry from the laughable work seen in Van Helsing, proving that Joe Johnston knew what he was doing. To top it off, the film's score is by frequent Tim Burton collaborator Danny Elfman, the legendary composer behind Beetlejuice from 1988 and Batman from 1989. Strangely, Elfman's score was originally scrapped during reshoots, only to be reinstated before the film's release. So, what went wrong? Why did people sleep on this hidden gem? In short, it was one of those movies destined to fail, like Dread from 2011, Cloud Atlas from 2012, or Jupiter Ascending from 2013. Yes, Jupiter Ascending is a good movie. Fight me on this. Bad press, bad timing, and an audience exhausted by poor filmmaking and overused special effects doomed the Wolfman to the depths of Hollywood hell. But for those of us who find it, the Wolfman is a Hollywood treat. My only caveat is that I watched the unrated director's cut, which supposedly adds 17 more minutes of footage, and I'm assuming more blood and guts. It also includes a special appearance by Max von Sydow. If there's any criticism, it's that the plot can be a bit convoluted and some supporting actors give hokey performances, but even that can fit overall into the theme of the film. We're not looking for best picture material, we're looking for a bloody, furry slugfest, and that's exactly what we get. As of this writing, the movie is available to watch on Amazon Prime and is generally available for VOD rental. Enjoy and happy Halloween. I hope you get to enjoy this while handing out candy to the kids. Bye. This is Derek Scarzella. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just doing a quick outro. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Above all, we want to hear what you have to say about this video, this movie, what it meant to you. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, of course, YouTube. Check out our website, actionagogo.com. And of course, you can check out my own novels, Knuckle Crackbone, as well as The Vicious Game. Links are all down below. We also have a merch store if you want to enjoy our glorious Action A Go-Go electric logo, which is going to come right after this. And of course, again, thank you so much for watching. It's super appreciated. Hope you had a good time. I know we did.